Hey everyone, what Divak? The last chapter, chapter 20. Chapter 20 is called After COVID-19, the next chapter. The day is March 13th, 20, who knows when. An elderly man places his fingers beside his tablet. He leans back in his chair and takes one extra second to look at the text on the screen. He smiles and he thinks to himself, writing this helped. Why? He does not exactly know why, but he feels a sense of peace and calmness which soothes the worries and anxieties that circle his thoughts. Gone is any nervous energy about what he hears from, where he lives, where he works, where he shops, what he watches, or when he chats with his family and friends. Muted is that tiny voice of fear and worry that sits on his shoulder, chirping in his ear. His goal to maintain that image of logic and reason with a stoic presence for the benefit of all his colleagues, friends, family, and himself is still possible. Writing makes him write inside, perspective, balance, and experience, and focus on the positive. He thinks to himself, we can get through this. We will get through this. We've gotten through this before. This was his mental health workout. Writing down his version of past life experiences from a couple of decades prior reminded him of the importance of spending the time to take care of his mental well-being. People depend on me. I depend on me, he says quietly, and my family needs me. With this final thought, he reassures himself that he's ready to continue with the strange yet now familiar reality beyond his home office door. This man is in fact an older Jake, but many years later. He has gray in his hair and a few more wrinkles, but still has that devilish sparkle in his eye. On the wall behind him and along his desk, there are several photographs of him and his family from the last few years. Charming baby pictures of newborn twins and their subsequent toddler years. One grows into a handsome young man and the other a beautiful young lady full of life and moxie. She stands proudly in one photo with the degree of medicine from one of the world's most prestigious post-secondary institutions in Montreal, McGill University. Wow. She has Kate's smile. Jake leaves from the office as he hears a voice from the other room call out, "Come on, Jake, it's time. They just arrived." He smiles and walks into the living room as this stunning wife, Kate, sits on the couch looking towards what appears to be holograms of their children. The twins on the one side and their older stepbrother, Ryan, and his family on the other. Ryan is with his wife and their young 6-year-old boy. The boy yells out excitedly, "Grandpa!" When Jake gets into his eyeline, Jake unloads a big, huge smile as he feels his grandson's excitement. "There's my big Mac." His grandson Mac blurts out, "I can't come over today, but Daddy said we can play games together and you and Grandpa will read me a book tonight. Is that true?" Grandma Kate calmly chimes in, "For sure, sweetie. Did you know Grandpa has been writing his own very book? But it's only for grown-ups." "Wow, does it have any dinosaurs or aliens?" asks the young Mac. Jake laughs and calmly answers back, "No, not yet, but that sounds like a good idea, buddy. I think a T-Rex attack would spice up this story." Kate slides in a comment for the adults in the group. "We all deal with the tough times in our own way, and writing down his memoirs helps keep him grounded and positive." Jake says to Mac, "We lived this before and got through it as a family. We are stronger now. We will be okay. But as long as this virus is still with us, and we can't visit each other, everything will be fine. We can visit like this. Remember, I told you in French, ça va bien aller is what they used to say." And Mac responds, "But no hugs, Grandpa." Jake quickly, reassuringly answers, "No hugs for now, buddy, but I promise you when we are allowed to, I'll never let you go." Kate lovingly grabs Jake's hand, appreciating his comment. She and the group take comfort in that, while the current living situation is uneasy and scary, they are a family and will take care of one another. They are not alone. The entire group smiles and continues chatting as the television in the corner of the room shows a news report with the heading, "Likely the worst death rate since COVID-19 pandemic," which was a few years back. The family sits in this living room chatting, some physically there, others projected by a futuristic hologram, but very lifelike. It is almost too surreal for some to imagine, but plausible, possibly in a not too distant future. Who knows where the world will be years from now, the challenges it will face us. Anything is possible. That is the end of What Die Wacht. Thanks for being with me. I hope you enjoyed it.